Even though I worship today, I wasn't raised that way. My parents always described themselves as spiritual people, but they chose not to belong to any specific denomination. As I grew older, I found that I needed the structure provided by organized religion. Today, my family and I worship as members of a congregation. My parents still don't belong to any church, and I don't think they really understand my choice, but they respect it. And that's the great thing about America. We can worship or not.
I live in America. I worship.
I do not.
I believe.
I do not believe.
My God.
My God.
My God is.
No, God is.
The one true.
The only.
One true belief.
In America, this is my right.
This is my right.
This is my right.
To worship.
To worship.
To worship.
Or not.
What makes America different from other countries is that our right to worship is a private matter, protected by the Constitution.
I'm a trained social worker. My dream has always been to work with families who need a little extra help. So I recently applied for a government job in that field, but they didn't hire me because I wouldn't tell them what religion I practice. I was shocked. I don't think my religion should matter, especially when it comes to public programs. I'm good at my job, and I'm committed to the families I work with. That's what matters.
Religious liberty is one of my first freedoms.
Like my free speech.
And my free press.
My right to assemble.
My faith.
My faith.
My faith.
My right to believe.
To believe.
To belong.
To practice.
As I choose.
Is protected.
Private.
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 Endangered.
Nobody should be able to tell me I can't have a government-funded job because of my beliefs about religion. It's just not American.
My aunt, my Thea, has always been at the center of my family. She raised me to be a good Catholic girl, and a few years ago she signed a directive giving me the responsibility of making medical decisions for her. At the time, she made it clear that she didn't ever want to be kept alive artificially. Her brothers, also good Catholics, were mad that she chose me because I was only her niece. And to be honest, I never really understood why she chose me either. But today, she's 87 and very sick and ready to let go. I plan to honor her wishes despite what her brothers might think. Well, now I understand why she chose me. My Thea knew I wouldn't let her down.
When I die, I want to go to heaven.
I don't believe in heaven.
I believe heaven is on earth.
When I die.
When I die.
Is not up to me.
But how I die.
How I die.
How I die.
Respected.
Loved.
Dignified.
Is up to my Creator.
To fate.
To my family.
To me.
To me.
To me.
It is not.
Not.
Not ever.
Never political.
Always.
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 Personal.
Personal.
My aunt lived with dignity. She deserves to die with dignity.
History is full of stories about good governments gone bad because they started telling people what they could and couldn't believe. Religion and spirituality are deeply personal decisions. It is not the role of government to dictate a statewide religion. That's what the separation of church and state is all about. It protects all of us from having our beliefs compromised by people who might disagree. Safeguarding everyone's religious liberty is what we need to survive as a free society. Separation of church and state protects all of us against interference in our decision about faith. We need to keep it this way. Sometimes we take it for granted, but we shouldn't.
Religious freedom is America's bravest invention.
People came across oceans
to believe
freely,
openly,
each of us
differently,
differently,
together.
But if we protect one belief
over another,
if we favor one religion
and not the other,
then we surrender that right
and sacrifice them all.
Mixing religion and government has made a mess of things in other countries. I'm glad for the freedom our democracy gives us.
I live in America.
I have strong beliefs.
It is my right
to believe what I believe.
But what matters more?
More than what I believe
is my right.
My right.
My right to believe.
My first freedoms always come first.
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 In America?
My country.
Our country.
What matters.
What protects.
What binds.
Is our first freedom.
And we disagree to agree.